And welcome to another episode of Friday's edition of Ripping the Rack podcast. We are on episode whatever we want it to be, so I'm going with episode 69. Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me too.
I am your co-host of the podcast. I am Tim.
I am Brian, the other co-host. Tim, how you doing today?
Dude, I'm doing great. It's the night before Thanksgiving and all through the house.
I just got done bowling. I just got done with league. Big old 347. Woo! But I did win strikes, and I lost to Dad in a roll off for spares. Well, he went strike, spare, strike.
So why didn't you go strike, spare?
I don't know. I just didn't have it left in me.
It happens. Good Friday morning to everyone. We are taping this the night. We are taping this the night before Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving gobble, here gobble. In the United States. Gobble gobble, eat some food. Just wanted to say my penis.
Don't kill your family.
No, my penis was in the Guinness Book of World Records, but the librarian told me to take it out.
Must have been the short chapter.
Wah, wah, wah. Yeah. So what's happening anyway? What's new with you?
Oh, not much. Woke up this morning and was doing some stuff, and I'm on Facebook. I'm looking around and see somebody post, and then I see somebody comment on this post, and I'm like, "What in the fuck?" So I am going to be nice. I am not going to name names.
I will.
You can if you want. One of my friends who is he's a bowler. He's in Canada. And
Cody.
He's not out of high school yet, I believe.
Nope, I think he's 16 years old, I think.
All he did was post that they had 37 cases in Nova Scotia. And lo and behold, the first comment is from some fucking jackwagon who says that he had 37 cases in the bathroom this morning and get over it. I'm fucking done with this, Tim. I'm done with people being fucking assholes. If you have to go out of your way to get on a 16-year-old kid's Facebook in another country to tote your fucking political argument, which is fucking wrong, by the way, science has proven this, get the fuck off the internet. End of story. I mean, and this went on, and it's just all hot garbage. And I'm fucking done with people, apparently.
Well, let me just read a couple of these responses. I'm not going to name names except for Cody is the first name, and the response is from a gentleman. I won't say his name, but it rhymes with Teddy, but it doesn't start with a T, or an F for Freddie or Getty.
It's a vowel. It
starts with a vowel that rhymes with Teddy. Starts going off. Let me see if I can find a couple of these, because it kind of floored me when I read this, because this person is of age, living in the United States, in Massachusetts, talking to a kid that's still in high school in Canada. I think I'm pretty sure he's still in high school.
I think so.
I think so. He's
good bowler, though. Good young bowler.
Yeah. But he starts going on and he goes, "You guys are the same as a crybaby lives down here. Dish it out, then play the victim when somebody tells you the truth. I'm sorry, but go fuck yourself." Seriously. I don't understand. One, you've never met this kid. I guarantee that they've never met. Guaranteed. Tell him to go get a job. One of the kids in school, Andy has a job. And then he goes on. This gentleman, I use the term loosely. The American gentleman is saying, "And your hockey team suck." The fuck does that have to do with anything?
In this time and place in this world, there's no room for the shit. Like, it's just, if you don't like it, scroll on.
Yeah.
I've had to learn that. I've battled on Facebook. I've done my fair share of trying to change people's minds, and I have learned it's not fucking worth it. Just scroll on. You'll have a much better day. But with the extremes of this, I had to say something.
Well, I
'Cause
just
this is
don't.
uncalled for.
I just don't understand. You know, and I don't under. Well, okay. I don't understand. I'm going beyond this Facebook thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand arguing on social media about things like this. Or, now I shouldn't even say that. I don't have a problem with debate. I don't have a problem with, call it civilized argument. I have no issue with differing of opinions, because we all should have differing of opinions, or not should have, but we all have differing of opinions. It's how you present those differing of opinions that kind of say things to me.
Yeah.
If you're on Facebook and you have a differing opinion of me, and you come on and you start immediately ragging on my opinion, or immediately bitching about my opinion, I'm probably going to discount what you got to say. But if you come back and say, hey, I have a differing of opinion and here's why, or here's what I believe and this is why, and I come back and I might say, hey, that's really cool. I appreciate you saying that. This is why I believe the way I do. We can agree to disagree and still get along. But don't be
civil debate.
Don't be a jackwagon. Number one, don't be a jackwagon to kids online. I mean, that's just stupid. Mm-hmm. I mean, frankly, not only that, but you're being a jackwagon to kids from a different country. Hello? It's a different fucking country. Yep. They don't live in the United States. They have nothing. They don't have anything to do with us dirty Americans. Okay? I don't understand it. And I have tuned Facebook out more and more lately. I still go on. Obviously, we got Ripping the Rack on there, so I do go on. I do go on daily. I go on. But I'm
less
now
than I used to.
Yeah, but I'm now just going on to see what my friends are up to, see what my families are up to. Mm-hmm. You know, I love my memes, so I use
Twitter a lot more now.
I like Twitter, even though I find that to be it's becoming almost as
it is. But you know what you can do in Twitter that I like that I don't know if you can do in Facebook?
Mute.
You can actually, well, no, not only can you mute, but you can actually take buzzwords out, and you don't have to see stuff with that in the title. Like, I don't want to see anything that have to do with that orange fuck that's leaving in a couple months. I can just write his name in there, and it won't show me anything that comes up in.
I had no idea you could do that with that.
Yeah, you can filter your Twitter.
Okay. That's cool.
You know, I didn't mean to take us down a dark path early in this podcast, but I learned a couple things today. I learned what I won't be buying for Christmas.
Yeah.
And where I won't order anything from ever. And then I also learned that people need to grow up.
Look, I mean, I need to grow up, but only because I'm a juvenile who finds offensive memes funny.
Right, but you're not also going out and blasting those offensive memes in people's faces that would take offense to.
Oh, no. God, no.
Yeah.
No.
It's not like you're looking at these dirty memes and stuff in a church.
Let me tell you, really segue into this. So, my job, I go to a lot of places for site visits. I sell roofs. So I do a lot of. Obviously, I'm outside a lot and whatnot. Well, one of the places I had
sponsored by Horse Roofing.
Yeah, it's sponsored by Horse Roofing. If you need a roof, everybody looks up to a Horse roof. Unless you're above the roof, in which case you're looking down on the roof. But either way, where was I going with this? I had a squirrel moment. Oh, sure. So I'm at this church yesterday. Cold as witch's tit outside. It was freezing. Thankfully, I was outside the church, going around, taking my measurements, doing pictures, doing all sorts of things. And I have a group chat. That's my Men's World's bowling team, and it's pretty. We use it quite a bit. There's something every day. Someone saying something. I got this notification popped up as I'm in the middle of taking pictures, and it pops up, and I'm like, "Oh, what's this?" And I clicked. Number one, never click on anything you get when you're at a church. I learned that. But I popped up, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, delete. How do I get rid of this? Oh my God. Lightning did not strike me, though, so that was good.
That's because you didn't go inside. You
That's
weren't in God's house.
No, that's right. Hey, how do you make
that roof will probably cave in, though, if you sell it.
Don't say that.
It's made with the devil's work.
Yeah. How do you make your girlfriend scream during sex?
I don't know.
Call and tell her about it.
God. Oh my God.
Oh God. Yeah.
Tim, free agency in the NBA hit because the NBA season's going to start in a month.
Oh yeah.
We didn't just finish one.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
Get rid of me off my funny stuff.
Well, the older I get, the less I care about basketball. I have discovered this. I don't know why.
How do I word this? So I am a diehard Boston Red Sox, New England Patriots, Boston Bruins, Boston Celtics fan.
You're a homer.
I am. I have been a homer for many, 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 many years. I think my first Celtics game that I could, truly remember was in the late 70s. My first Red Sox game that I can vaguely remember would have been 75, 76. First Bruins game was, mid to late 70s, and the Patriots was around that same time frame, mid to late 70s. So, I mean, we're talking 40 plus years that I've been a fan of these teams. It used to be, and I could tell you it would go Red Sox, Celtics, Bruins, Patriots on my pantheon of teams. And it now Red Sox is still on top, barely hanging on to that number one position, followed quickly by the Bruins, followed by the Patriots, followed by the Celtics. And I don't know if it's because I'm just an old crotchety old man, get off my lawn type kind of thing, and the brand of basketball that's being played right now just doesn't hold my interest as much. Or
that's
if it's
my problem.
I grew up in the era of basketball when it was Celtics, Lakers, Sixers, and then the bad boys of the Pistons in the mid to late 80s. And then came Jordan and the Bulls. It was team basketball. The Celtics, it's funny. You go back and watch some of those games, and it's funny how unathletic these teams appear now. But yet they were still scoring 120 to 130 points a game.
Because they did all the fundamentals right.
Absolutely. They were hitting the open man. They were passing
the first time, I think, and I didn't play basketball in high school. I played my freshman year. But I can remember the first time the coach looked at me and said, if we got numbers on the break, you pull up and shoot a three. And I went, are you high? No, you run the break, you take your layup, and you go back and play defense. You make the shot. You have a higher percentage of making a layup than you do a three. And he's like, well, we got rebounding numbers. Why risk the rebound? Just take the 2 points and play defense. Like, I just couldn't fathom why you would take that low percentage shot.
So here's my take on the 3-point shot. If you can shoot the 3-point shot at a 40 to 45% clip, I'm okay with shooting it. Not on a fast break. I'm really not okay on I'm not a big fan of a fast break 3-point shot. I know a lot of teams are, a lot of people are, because they say, well, if I shoot it at 50%, and my layups are at 70%, then math tells me I'm going to get more points in the long run because I don't have to take as many shots from a 3-point. You know what I mean? It's just there is analytics within that say that that's not a bad shot. I personally don't like it. Unless your name is Steph Curry or Reggie Miller or
Larry Bird,
I don't like it. I don't. I now look. I did not play high school basketball.
Really?
I'm 5'4", and I went to a school of 1,200 kids. I was a good basketball player. I could play basketball. I could shoot the ball. But so coming from a shooter, like I'm a Grayson Allen who doesn't trip people.
Okay.
Okay.
I get that.
Or a JJ Redick who can shoot the three.
No one shoots as good as JJ.
Steph Curry. But I do like JJ Redick though.
Well, we're both Duke fans, so
I know. I know. So the basketball now, to me, I still watch. I'll watch almost every game, every Celtics game, that is. But I'm not going to watch just a random.
I wonder how, like, speaking of nowadays basketball and back then basketball, I wonder how pissed Larry Bird gets when he sees the money that, like, Gordon Hayward got. And Larry's like, I'm 1,000 fucking times better than that.
You know what's? I don't know how.
Could you imagine if Larry Bird or Magic or Michael knew they were playing for $100 million contract? I don't know if Larry would have ever missed.
Oh my God. So Bird is the most unathletic specimen to play the game of basketball.
He really is.
But he was also arguably one of the best basketball players I have ever seen play the game. Now, I never saw Wilt Chamberlain play. I never saw Bill Russell play. I never saw Tommy Hines. And I never saw the guys from the 60s and 50s and 70s really play, like Oscar Robertson, things like that. I can only comment on the people that I have seen play. Bird is arguably the smartest basketball player I've ever seen.
His court vision is insane.
His court vision, his ability to read the floor, his ability to be where he needs to be is incredible. Jordan is still the best basketball player I've ever seen play. Both ends of the game, both ends, offense, defense.
Yes.
He is the best basketball player. And LeBron is quickly moving up on that best basketball player that I've seen play the game. If LeBron would quit his bitching and flopping and just played the game, I mean, the dude is 6'8", 280 pounds.
He's a tight end.
He's a tight end playing at a high level.
He's Gronk. He's as big as Gronk.
Bigger than Gronk.
Yeah. You know what all three of those guys have in common, though? Their mentality about the game. You're not better than me. I'm not letting you be better than me, and I'm not letting you win.
Yep. Magic Johnson, same way.
Isaiah, Rodman, they all had that chip, like, you're not better than me.
Yep.
And I think now it's, well, I make more than you. Cool.
The one thing I really struggle with as well is this whole load management thing. Not a fan of load management. I don't like it.
The one thing that Greg Popovich brought in the league that I hated.
Yeah, I don't like it. I just, you watched Bird, Parrish, and McHale. You watched, Jordan and Pippen, and those guys, Magic, Kareem.
John Stockton didn't miss a game in 12 years. Played 12 years, all 82 games.
Yeah. Karl Malone and John Stockton, the greats of the games in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s played every game.
When
and played.
people, yeah. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
When people bring up the rings thing to me, I like to throw this at them. I'm like, well, Michael's got 6 rings. He's the greatest player of all time. Well, if you want to take that logic, Robert Ory's got 9 rings. So Robert Ory's better than Michael Jordan.
And if you really want to take it that way,
Bill Russell's the greatest of all time.
Bill Russell's got 11 rings.
Right.
So and I think he's got 12 if you count the one he was coach on. Or maybe it's 11.
It's 11 when he was a player coach.
Right.
Could you imagine player coach now? Player coach LeBron?
Oh, my God. Well, that's what he is anyway.
Oh, that's true. If he doesn't like you, he just gets you fired.
He just gets you fired. So basketball right now, I really want to like the game because these guys are athletes. And the game itself is highly athletic compared to what it used to be. If you think about it,
definitely.
Look at the end of the bench of the Celtics back in the 80s when you had Scott Wedman and things like that. I mean, they wouldn't even be sniffing the court now.
Oh, God, no.
You know what I mean?
Even back when the Celtics made that run, like back in, 06 or something like that, 07, 08. I'm sorry. The Ginger Mamba was great, but he probably he didn't really even make a team after he left. Like, Brian Scalabrine, yeah. I love, by the way. Have you ever seen the 30 for 30 short they did on him?
Yeah, it's funny.
The White Mamba?
Yeah. Yeah, it was good.
Oh, man. But no, you're exactly right. The quality of ball players now is not what it was. Or the quality of ball players now is better than what it was. But you don't have the amount of legends.
Oh, you think you do because everyone thinks they're a fucking legend. Everyone does.
LeBron might be the only legend we have playing right now.
Yeah.
Steph's not there yet.
Steph's not there yet.
Klay Thompson's never getting there because he's a tin man and he just falls apart.
Yep. Maybe Giannis gets there. Maybe Luka gets there. I like Doncic. Doncic isn't. He's not soft.
Giannis is soft.
Giannis is like LeBron.
I haven't seen enough sample size of Luka to see if he's that soft. I haven't watched down.
I like watching Luka play because he's good.
Mm-hmm. Like he's only 19?
No, he's 21. I think he's 20 or 21 now.
Didn't he score like 45 when he was like 16 in a pro game
overseas?
He's from?
Yeah. Where was Luka? Luka's from like Serbia. Is he Serbia?
I think he's either Serbia or Bosnia. Does Bosnia even exist anymore?
I don't know. They've changed so many times.
Speaking of that, real quick, you want to know, being a history major, that sucked because not only did I have to learn the USSR countries, but then the next year I had to break them all up and knew all the new names too. Yeah. So that was fun. A lot of Volgakias in there.
And Bosnia Herzegovina or whatever it was there. So anyway, so that's we just went a long way down the rabbit hole with
the NBA.
With the NBA, but there have been some trades. There have been some.
The Celtics aren't making any. They're just letting people go.
Well, I mean, they picked up. I like the pickups they got.
I like paying Tatum.
I like drafting the 2 kids they drafted. I can't, and I'm drawing a blank on the kid's name. The shooter from Vanderbilt.
Oh yeah, that was a good pick. I did like him. I think he's going to lengthen the court a lot.
Yes, well, it's going to allow Tatum and Brown to create.
We still don't have a center.
Well, no, they. Oh my God!
Established big.
Why am I struggling with my words so much today?
Because you're old.
I am.
Fridays is sponsored to you by Prevagen. Prevagen, your pharmacist's #1 choice for memory aid.
Oh God, I hate you sometimes.
I know.
Oh
That's
shit, I hadn't seen that one.
what.
The Raptors signed Aaron Baines.
That's not bad.
Oh,
Good deal
I
for
like
them.
it. I
He would have
like
been
Aaron
nice in
Baines.
Boston.
Um, I was trying to find the Celtics got Jeff Teague, the guard, and then they got
We had
Tristan
Jeff
Thompson.
Teague. Yeah,
We
we
did not
had
have
Jeff.
we did
No, I
not
thought
have
we
Jeff
had
Teague.
Teague before,
No,
like back a
never
few
had
seasons ago.
never had Jeff Teague.
Oh, that's Jeff Green. We had Jeff Green.
Yeah, Tristan Thompson.
He's a good
So
player.
he's a good player. He's going to give you, a small double-double, meaning he's going to give you 13, 14 points a game, and he's going to give you 11,
10 or
12
11.
rebounds.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you want out of that center position. Um, he's going to clog up the middle, which is going to help.
See, I miss the old days where you just threw the ball into Shaq and he was like 3 bills and he just backed you in and turned around and just dunked over you. That's my ideal basketball game. I love my Pee Wee basketball offense. I love double post, kick the wings out, one pass to the wing. You don't have a shot. Big man with ball in the hoop.
Yeah, yeah.
Basketball should not be any harder than it is in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. With ball in the hole, Chief.
But just put the ball in the hole.
Yep.
So no, I mean you definitely have a lot of moves with the NBA. On a positive note, the Celtics and the Hornets are working out a sign and trade for Gordon Hayward, which would be great because it gives the Celtics that trade exception, helps on the salary cap side of things, and it helps the Hornets out as well because they can now try to, instead of releasing Nicholas Batum and eating some of his $120 million contract. And speaking of that, Nicholas Batum had a 4-year. Oh no, that's Hayward signing 4-year, $120 million guaranteed.
30 million a year. 30
guaranteed.
A year.
I
Did
get
Larry
that
Bird ever make $30 million
in his
in
career.
the NBA in his career? I don't
know
know if he did.
I don't know.
And Gordon Hayward is guaranteed $30 million a year. Jesus, sports aren't fair.
No, it's Larry Bird's net worth. Well, that's not going to make sense. His net worth is $55 million.
So Gordon Hayward's contract is more than Larry Bird's net worth.
Yeah.
That makes me want to throw up in my mouth.
During his career, Bird earned $26 million in salary.
He didn't make as much in his career as Gordon Hayward will make for sitting on the bench.
In 1 year.
If he doesn't play.
In 1 year.
Which Gordon Hayward hasn't played a full season in 5 years, so.
James Harden turned down $54 million
a year.
A year. $54 million.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking real money.
Yeah.
It boggles my mind.
Yeah.
I get it's entertainment. Is
it though?
Well, it is. It's entertainment for your 16 to 29-year-olds. 16 to 29-year-old male. Is what it is.
Oh, I hear the kitties.
My God, my door's shut and you still hear them.
Mm-hmm.
They want me to come out.
Mookie's telling you to get me some snacks, fat man. It's time for bed.
Well, that's a little kitty that you can hear.
Oh.
She is. She's unhappy with me at the moment.
Hey Tim, you think we're ever going to go see a movie again, or do you think movie theaters are just dead? I was thinking about this the other day because I saw online. I saw where they're like, "Should we release the new Marvel movie straight to Disney Plus?" And I'm like, everything's just going to be that way. You're just going to make movies, and somebody is going to have a theater channel now, like either like Regal or one of those theater companies has to be smart enough to make a streaming service where new movies will just get put on the TV and you just pay for them and watch them that way.
I'm torn on this one because I hope movies make a comeback in the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is something cool about going to the movies, paying your $9 for your shitty thing of popcorn, loading it with a fake butter, dumping a bucket of salt on it,
Paying $6 for the big soda,
for the big soda,
and then by the time you and Angie go to the movies,
and then
it's like $45.
and then getting a thing of snow caps.
Oh,
Fuck yeah. Snow caps?
no.
Yes.
Swedish Fish or Sour Patch Kids. Those are your only two acceptable
No.
movie candies.
Snow caps are very acceptable.
Or Junior Mints. I'll go Junior Mints.
No,
that's
not
the reach I'll make.
No, snow caps.
God, you are old and grumpy. You don't like Junior Mints? What the fuck's wrong with you? Junior Mints are great.
I don't like Juju Mints.
You Junior Mints, not
That's
Juju.
what I said. I didn't say
you said
Juju.
Juju. Not those shit.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
You know what? I wish that guy had a lisp. God, do I wish he had a lisp. What's your name? Juju Smith-Schuster. I don't know if I could announce any of his. I just laugh.
Oh, hey, you know what we got to do before we end here? We got to figure out ways to do reaction videos and get some music on here and do some reaction shit.
Okay, I'm in.
I know. I don't know how to do it though. We got to figure it out so it doesn't get blocked from the big.
We'll have to see how long we can play clips before they have to pay for.
Yeah. Because all those reaction videos, they don't pay for that shit.
Oh God, no, they don't. Which, by the way, before we head out too, get well, Cheech. Feel better soon.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, Mike Machichi did find out he had COVID.
Oh, COVID's not real though.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dude with the rip-off cornhole games said that, right?
Yeah, it's a hoax.
Yeah, moving. Yeah, right. Anyways, though, but get well soon, Cheech. He did say he hasn't tasted anything since Monday, and that's gotta suck.
Oh, it's got to.
You imagine,
I don't know
just waking up one morning and not being like pouring a cup of coffee and being like, wait a minute.
Well, here's my question. What would be worse, not being able to taste anything and not being able to smell anything?
Taste.
See, taste to me is like,
Really? See, I could go without smelling stuff, because think of all the stuff you don't have to smell. Like, I change diapers every day. Again, don't have to smell poop. But I could still taste a Baconator. I'm in for that life. Put me in for that life.
But I can, I raised kids. I changed shitty diapers. There were times where a kid shit and you're like, I could taste that.
But you have to smell it to taste it.
Right. However, think of some of the things that you can't smell. Bacon. Roses. Flowers. Bunch of things. I don't know. I don't know.
I have to be quiet. My wife just texted me and told me to stop yelling.
Oh, you're yelling. Well, we're running up out of time here anyway, so you can let the boss know that we're done.
Okay.
And
she is the boss.
Tell her I love her very much, and tell her I said thank you for allowing you to come out and play.
Well, I mean, I'm usually not home till this time, anyways.
And eventually we'll be able to play again in person.
Hopefully.
Live and in person at some point.
Yeah. Even
though I gotta admit, I kind of like doing it this way.
It's not bad. It opens up options for us to have people on, like we had Calvin on, and
and people get to see our beautiful shining faces.
Oh God, we'll lose some viewers that way.
Oh, I just got myself in the eye.
That's what she said.
God. All right. Folks, thank you as always. Ripping the Rack Podcast at gmail.com. Ripping the Rack Podcast on Facebook. Ripping the Rack Podcast on YouTube.
Ripping the Rack podcast on Spotify, Breaker, Anchor, iHeartRadio, and anywhere else you listen to our lovely voices. Thanks for listening, guys. Have a great weekend. Listening. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy belated Thanksgiving.
Happy Black Friday. Celebrate all the things you're thankful for by going out and buying all the things you want. And stay safe.
Stay safe, and we will see you guys Tuesday morning.